So I've been a dentist now for 10 years and I'm proud to have developed my career focusing on clinical care but also have a non-clinical aspect. So clinically, when I first became a dentist, I worked at my independent practice for 2 to 3 years where I did my foundation training, and that was a great basis for my career. And after I'd started some postgraduate education in sedation and restorative dentistry, I found my place at PortmanDentex, and I've been really happy ever since. I've been able to develop my career towards almost practice limiting to endodontics, which is my passion, and also have a non-clinical career as a clinician engagement lead. Initially, it was the opportunity to work with a fantastic practice, so I was thinking very locally in terms of fantastic practice colleagues, and have the ability to provide the best dentistry that I want to do. With our ethos of complete clinical freedom, that's something that spoke to me as a clinician as well. So as soon as I joined the practice at the Smile Rooms in Malton, I realised I had a real passion for endodontics, and that's where I worked with my practice colleagues who luckily none of them enjoyed endodontics, and I started taking on internal referrals for root canal treatments, and slowly I was then able to formalise my training with a postgraduate diploma. Again, throughout this time period I was given the flexibility to go on study days, focus on my training, and afterwards I was then able to start a list of internal and external referrals. So again, great support from my practice colleagues and PortmanDentex. So throughout my training, as I mentioned, I was given the time and the flexibility to go on study days and focus on my development, and then slowly I was able to build a list of internal and external referrals. And again, PortmanDentex helped me with the marketing for this, to purchasing new equipment, and it was a really easy transition moving from kind of general restorative dentistry to focusing mainly on endodontics. The most rewarding part of my role as a clinician is always getting patients out of pain. It's what initially attracted me towards root canal dentistry, and I think whenever you have patients that come in pain, you want to do your best to get them out of pain and then pass them over to your practice colleagues to continue their restorative care. So I also love that aspect of working with colleagues as part of a wider treatment plan. As a clinician engagement lead, I'm really fortunate to look after 75 of our practices, work with the clinicians day to day to help them achieve their best dentistry. So just as PortmanDentex has done for my career, I'm now able to give back and allow clinicians to focus on their training, development, and ultimately get them to a place in their career where they're happy with the dentistry they're providing. The biggest part of our culture as a clinician is complete clinical freedom. So we enact that day to day with people like myself, whose role is to ensure that clinicians have the ability to provide the dentistry that they want to provide with the best equipment and with the best availability of patients. So it's really important we uphold that complete clinical freedom. As a clinician at PortmanDentex, it's really great to have the flexibility to focus time on your training and development, and ultimately that helps us grow as clinicians and then affects the practice positively. So that's been my most favourite aspect working at PortmanDentex. The advice that I'd give to any clinician thinking about joining PortmanDentex is, from my personal experience, is the best thing that I did in my career. I've had a fantastic 6 years and looking forward to the future as well. The thing I'm most excited about is helping PortmanDentex continuously grow and develop, and we're on a clear mission to provide the best dentistry, and it's really exciting to be part of that journey and see it firsthand. proudest achievement since joining PortmanDentex was when I was twice nominated for Young Dentist of the Year. And I couldn't have done this without the support of my practice colleagues and PortmanDentex. I'm also a big believer in having small proud moments throughout the day, so my kind of proud moments throughout the day are when I'm able to help a clinician improve their dentistry and improve their work patterns towards the dentistry that they want to provide, which ultimately helps patients. At PortmanDentex, I was really supported in reaching my achievements with the fact that I was given time to develop, not just clinically but also non-clinically, and then I was provided the opportunity to work with the best practice colleagues using the best equipment and the availability of patients to provide the dentistry that I wanted to provide.